Hi, so what I try to demo now is the mail server APIs, mail server library, the refactored one that I working on before. It had the ability to deal with the database wait timeout change. Mm, so the database wait timeout actually is the amount of time the database server will wait on a connection that have no activity. After that amount of time in second, the database server will close that connection. That by default, MySQL database create that time, set that time pretty high. But recently, on probably all of you remember, there's some change on the engineer team that set that time lower, and a couple of other applications that we have where it relies on the wait timeout default value turn out show up a bunch of issues. um, what I try to demo now is the mail server refactored one API can handle that thing. Wait timeout set, and it can it yield the database connection um, in the right way as supposed to. So we just need to tell them, hey, every connection to the database will be closed after this much time idle. Just get rid of that one and use a new one, and the whole system will work fine. In the older version of the mail server API, um, it doesn't have that ability, so they will try to reuse some bad connection, and it make a bunch of function couldn't work. So let's have a look at the setting in the database right now. So right now, the wait timeout setting in the database is 15 seconds. Let me try to set it down to just 5 seconds. Okay, so it means that I open a connection to the database, I do something to it, that's fine. But if I don't use it in 5 seconds, the SQL server will close that connection. If the client side still hang on to that connection and use it, you will experience the problem, the error, MySQL server gone away. We saw that a lot. So now let's check the setting on the mail server to see what is the wait timeout we setting on this. Let me just stop the mail server API server. Let's start again. Tell. Okay, so the setting timeout in the mail server right now is 11 seconds. So the the mail server API will hang on to the connection 11 seconds. It means that 6 seconds more than the database server setting it. So it might hang on to some connection already been closed. It means that when we run the test like move user, we will see that my SQL server gone away up here. Let me go here and try to start the service. So, okay, both of them mail server that I'm testing right now is setting the wait timeout to 11 seconds. Let me go to this window here. Okay, I will try to move some user from store 3A to store 6A. I'm thinking moving maybe 30 account because there's a bunch of account in there. It should just stay in there because we run several tests, we didn't clean all them up, so we might see some validation, a real local server user fail. Don't pay attention to it. Okay, this is a good account. Yep, we see the MySQL server have gone away. Yep, we see it again. It means that the mail server, they open the connection, um, after they use it for a while, they return it to the SQL Alchemy. That's the database handle layer that we use. They return it to it. It keep in the pool. The next time we need another connection, they just pick out one out from the pool, and the one that in the pool might be the one that bad, because the MySQL server already closed it. So what I'm doing next is I go here, then I change the setting timeout to 15 seconds. Let me go back here. I will try to restart the service. The reason for me to restart the service is have all of the connection been holding in the pool of MySQL, of the mail server library and the database layer under it. All those connections I want it be clear, and so the next test or the demo, it will show that it doesn't have to deal with the old connection still there, and it might cause us to feel like it's unstable. So the wait timeout for database here is still 11 seconds. This value, we should set it on the mail server smaller than the wait timeout we set on the database, just to be on the safe side. Alright, on the other server we set it 11 seconds. Everything look good. Let's go back to Windows 0 and try to move another 30 user. We don't expect to see any MySQL server has gone away error. Look good. One account look good. Another one. Yep. So this proves that if we set the wait timeout correctly on the mail server, that value can be set through the config file. I just recently add that feature in there, so we don't have to hard code or use some default value in there. The mail server API, the new one, refactored one that I'm working on, can handle the reuse of the database connection correctly. Okay, thank you guys.